the year end on a high note. And I've been in sales for a long time. I've had a lot of salespeople work with me. And it's human nature to slow down a bit at this time of the year. The holidays are coming. Certainly, we're all glad to see 2020 behind us. But now is the time to finish the year strong. So we're going to talk about a couple of common myths. The first one that salespeople convince themselves is that everyone is waiting to make buying decisions. This is by far the biggest reason that salespeople take their foot off the gas at year end. While many people do take time off, most decision makers are trying to finalize budgets, submit forecasts, and figure out what's going to happen in the coming year. So if you don't get yourself in that door, by the time the new year rolls around, it's likely that those decisions have already been made. So don't fool yourself. Everyone's not waiting to make buying decisions. You've got to act now. Now's a great time because myth number 2 is that decision makers are on vacation. And quite honestly, that's not legitimate. Many decision makers are working just as hard as you are to try to bring the year end to a close. But in the normal year, many decision makers take a little time around the holidays. But if you've been struggling to get past the gatekeeper, December is a great opportunity to circumnavigate that process. After all, the gatekeeper's probably taken some time off too. And in a year where nothing is normal, now more than ever is the time to try to think outside the box. Call your decision makers, get around those gatekeepers, and make a genuine appeal to the decision maker for a few minutes of their time. Most decision makers have worked their way up the ladder, and they'll likely appreciate that you're still plugging along. You're still burning the midnight oil at year end. So take advantage of this window to reach decision makers and find a solution to their problem. I can tell you that some of my best years happened in December. I was able to hit quotas, meet budgets, reach decision makers that I maybe couldn't reach all year long in December. So don't give up on the gold nugget. And the last thing you've heard me say over and over again, are you selling something or are you solving something? Bottom line is that decision makers want their problem solved. They don't want to be sold. Matter of fact, for any of you who know me, you know that Jeffrey Gitomer is one of my biggest heroes, right? He's the proverbial king of sales. And Jeffrey used to say, no one wants to be sold, but they love to buy. So the only way to ensure that your approach is genuine and authentic is to be solving something, not selling something. If you're actively looking for problems to solve, you're going to win every time. More importantly, I hear people say, well, what if they don't need my product or service? Well, that can still be a win because they still have other problems that need to be solved. You just got to learn to provide the value. So a lot of times when I was in sales and my prospect didn't need what I was selling, I would look for other ways to help them. It might not even been correlated directly to a sale. Maybe they needed a connection to another service provider. Maybe they needed a holiday gift for a family member. Whatever their current problem is, you want to try to be helpful in helping them solve that. By providing value, you're going to create a long-term relationship that's going to position you for a sale in the future, if not today. And again, December is the time. End of 2020 is the time. Don't buy into the theory that year-end selling is an uphill battle. With the right approach, you can close business, win sales, and finish the year strong. I promise you. And you're going to generate revenue long after the holidays are over. This is the time for relationship selling. If you need help creating year-end strategies, you know where to go. Ideas 360. This has been your Ideas 360 in 360 seconds. Thanks so much for joining me. Till next time.